The other major political headline this evening, sources telling ABC News that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. may be dropping out of the race for president. So will he endorse Donald Trump, and has he been promised some sort of role if Trump is reelected? And did Kennedy also reach out to the Harris campaign looking for a possible role with them? ABC's chief Washington correspondent Jonathan Karl speaking to RFK Jr. today.
Multiple sources tell ABC News Bobby Kennedy Jr. plans to abandon his independent campaign for president and endorse Donald Trump, a move that may come as early as this week. Tonight, when I spoke with him, Kennedy told me he, quote, would not confirm or deny his plans. But he did harshly criticize Kamala Harris's emergence as the Democratic nominee, saying, quote, it's not democracy. He refused to say anything about Trump. Trump has been courting Kennedy, earlier this summer calling him, a member of the Kennedy team recording the video that was later posted on social media.
I would love you to do so, and I think it'll be so good for you and so big for you, and we're going to win.
On that call, Trump seemed to embrace debunked information Kennedy has been pushing about childhood vaccines. Sources say Kennedy's endorsement would come with a price, a position in a Trump administration. Just yesterday, his running mate telling ABC News, quote, it would require a significant commitment by Trump to give Bobby true authority to execute. And today, Donald Trump Jr. suggested Kennedy could be given control of a federal agency.
I love the idea. I love the idea of, giving him, some sort of role in some sort of, major three-letter entity or whatever it may be, and let him blow it up.
Kennedy's independent campaign was once polling at about 15%, but has fallen following a strange series of missteps, including Kennedy admitting to a bizarre incident 10 years ago where he dumped a dead bear cub in Central Park.
I wasn't drinking, of course, but people were drinking with me who thought this was a good idea. We thought it would be amusing for whoever found it or something.
Nearly the entire Kennedy family has rejected his campaign, publicly throwing their support to President Biden and now to Vice President Harris. Trump himself has trashed Kennedy, calling him, quote, one of the most liberal lunatics ever to run for office, and a phony radical left fool.
Let's bring in John Karl. He's also live here in Chicago tonight, working his sources all day. And John, I know sources now telling ABC News that RFK Jr. reached out to the Trump campaign, but we've also learned that RFK Jr. reached out to the Harris campaign as well.
Here's what we know, David. We know that RFK reached out to try to get a meeting with Harris, and there were reports that he wanted to talk to her about getting a place in her cabinet in exchange for her endorsement. We know that that went nowhere because the Harris team simply didn't respond.
John Karl, I'll see you right here in the convention hall a short time from now. John, thank you.